Cool. Okay, Carito. So this is our session number 4. As you can see, we have different topics every week. And today we are going to work on how to describe places. Okay, we are going to work a little bit on vocabulary. We are going to check some grammar things. And at the end, of course, we are going to have a little evaluation about how you express yourself according to the topic. Is that okay?
Okay, teacher.
Perfect. So I will share with you my screen. Let me know if you can see it. You can see it? Yes? No?
Yes.
Can
Yes,
you
I
see
can.
that? Yeah? Perfect.
It's a beautiful place.
Perfect. So let's start working on this. How to describe a place. So what is the first thing which comes to your mind at the moment to describe a place? What kind of components do you need to describe a place?
Okay. I describe a place, but I have I don't know a structure for describe or no problem.
No, that's okay. Just let me know what kind of things you keep in mind. Like, I need to describe this or pay attention to this. In general, what kind of vocabulary or what kind of aspects do you need to describe a place?
Okay, teacher. I can see the picture. Okay. I think the place is beautiful because I have a lot of water. I have a lot of homes or shores. I think it's a place very quiet because I think it's in front of the shores. I have a park. I have a lot of streets of the country or the city. I think it's a good place for live. For me, for example, I prefer a place is quiet. I don't have a lot of crazy people or a lot of a lot of places for develop different activities. But in this case, I think you can sleep very good. I can walk. I have you can I'm sorry, I'm sorry, teacher, because I have confused
No problem.
develop different activities. For example, you can ride a bicycle, you can I don't know, in the boat. I don't know, because I think you can have a lot of activities in the water.
Okay, perfect. Cool. So you describe the place itself, so you take different aspects into account, no? You describe like the behavioral aspect, which you say, it is a calm place where people can relax. So it is more behavioral aspect. We have cultural aspect also, which refers about the colonial culture, the structures, like you mentioned, churches and those places. Also, you describe the location, no? Because you said, it's near to the river or next to, right, a river. So it's related to the location. So all these aspects you mentioned before, they are really important when you describe the place, no? Take into account people, take into account the place itself, the location of the place, take into account the weather conditions, which is really important, and basically the attractions, right? You mentioned, we can ride a bicycle, you can do this, you can do that. So those are activities people can do finally in the place you are referring to. So all those components are really necessary for describing a place. Perfect. Okay.
Normally, I relate I don't know, it to the other countries. For example, in Europe, Sweden, or Swiss. Okay. Normally, relation with the others.
Right. Okay, great. Now, let's see some vocabulary you can learn or you can apply at the moment of describing places, okay? So, we have here the word remote, right? Which refers to a place which is very, very far from the place you are describing, no? For example, a remote place would be, for example, for us, India, right? It is a remote place you cannot access too easy in our case because we are on the other side of the earth, right?
Okay, yes.
Picturesque. Picturesque. How can you describe picturesque? What kind of description can you give me for that?
Okay. It's only visual attractive. I say the right. For example, when you say the picture, I think a connection with the other place, not Bogota, not this country, not for example, another country.
Okay, but picturesque, remember, is something that is not common to find, no? That is, as we have here, visually attractive. You said, well, it's different from the others. It is something that is not is unexpected, right? Sorry.
Okay.
Unexpected. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Yes, teacher. For example, when you visit the thermales, I don't know, how do you say thermales?
Thermal waters.
Thermals in Risaralda, Quindío. It's beautiful places. It's not a common place for visit usually.
Perfect. So it is a picturesque place, right? Excellent. Now, unspoiled. Unspoiled. This refers to a place which has historical value, right? And it is not changed or destroyed by people, right? For example, when you talk about San Felipe's Castle in Cartagena, right? It's an unspoiled place. It is not changed, it's not destroyed, it continues being the cultural flag of Cartagena, right? So it is not possible to change or make it modern, right?
Okay, teacher. Yes, understand.
Can you think in a different example for unspoiled?
For example, in the story about the town in the Bogota, Plaza de Bolívar, or it's a good story, for example, or the story at the short between Plaza de Bolívar and Cathedral. The story is okay, not this chain.
Exactly.
The story of the time.
Exactly. So they continue with the same structure, like physical structure and cultural value. It really has, yes. Right? Perfect. Next, we got quaint. Quaint, which is very unusual or attractive place. Unusual, something that you don't expect, basically because it's crazy, because it is so funny, because it has different values that you cannot find in a normal place, right? An unusual place, for example, would be what is the name of this that is next to Machu Picchu?
Okay.
The ones, the pictures they have in the cornfields.
Okay, it's similar for when you visit Chichen Itza in Cancun?
For example, yes. Something that you said, really, it's the most amazing things I can see in that case, because the pyramids, because of the historical value they have. So it is not very unusual or is usual to find easily in different places.
Okay, so, yes.
Quaint. Remember in that case the pronunciation of quaint.
Quaint.
The other one is secluded. Secluded is, as we have the synonym, is isolated. No, it is similar also to remote. So it is a place that is not easy to have an access to that place because we don't have roads or no buildings,
But it's different,
more
for
natural.
example, danger?
Excuse me?
It's a place danger, no?
No, it's not exactly a dangerous place, but it's difficult to get to there easily, no? So,
for example, desert, Tatacoa desert, I don't know, because...
Oh, for example, yes, that you have to book a lot, or you have to find a special means of transportation to get to the place. And there is no road, no building, nothing like the modern structures we have in the cities, right?
Okay, teacher, yes.
Cool. So we got now ancient or historic, which we already used. I suppose you don't have problems with this. Ancient. Sleepy. And a sleepy place. There is no active, no life around. Something that is very, very calm. You don't have many things to do, right? For example, here in Colombia, we have some towns, no? Small towns like La Vega, La Mesa, which are very, very calm, right?
Yes, Villa de Leyva.
Villa de Leyva. Well, I mean, in Villa de Leyva, you can find different attractions, no? Because they have now extreme sports, right? So maybe it is more an active place. But in that case, the small towns in Colombia, they are not really too active, so they are sleepy.
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay, now dodgy. Dodgy refers to a potentially dangerous place, right? Where you can't see like vulgars on the streets. You got poor people. You don't have too many access to modern things, right? Sometimes it looks dirty, and it looks a little isolated, right, to the others. It refers more about the time, the place, not the people, right? Most of the time it's about the place, not people.
Okay, for example, when you visit Tayrona Park, the beaches with many dangerous waves, for example, or...
Yeah, right, that is. So it is when you said, no, that's not that is not good to be here by myself. I need maybe a guidance, right? That you don't know the place, so it's necessary a little guide. Okay, the other one is shabby, which is a synonym of ancient or historical place. Okay, it is not a big deal. And the other one is city. City refers to unsafe or risky place, which is a synonym in that case from dodgy. Yes, dodgy or city. They are negative aspects and they are always focused on dangerous sites. City, in that case, it's also related to the place where you can find illegal activities, right? Like drugs, like prostitution, like those places. So when you mention city, it's because the person cannot go there by themselves, right? Or needs a little help because really is really dangerous. Dodgy is dangerous, but not in that way. It's more dangerous city than dodgy. Yes? Can you take that one? Cool. Do we have any city place in Colombia?
Yes, for example, I think for me or for example, your examples.
Give me your point of view. What do you think it is city?
Okay, I think I don't know that it's a clear explained by for me city is the translation is semilla, yes or no, because I have a
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, sit without the y here is semilla, right? But in this case, as an adjective, as a description, it will be unsafe, basically.
Okay, for example, for me, for example, I don't know the the Simon Bolivar Park.
Mm-hmm.
The lake is very profound, but not all person you have ingressed for the boat, for example. For me, this is a dangerous. I don't know. Yes.
Okay. But think about a little more about illegal activities where you can find drugs, drug sales, yes, consumption of drugs, when you can find prostitution, where you can find robbery.
Okay. Okay. Yes, teacher. Sorry. In the Bogota, in the town, it's a lot of serious places. For example, in the sorry in the town in 19 Carrera 19, it's very dangerous and for example, it's a prostitution in this country. Or the popular is a bronze. Is a difficult persons or difficult place.
Yeah, right. So there is the 19th Street, no? When you
19th
said
Street. So
19th.
yes.
Yes, you can find here a lot of illegal aspects. No, you are not possible to go by yourself into those places because of that.
The situation is very difficult, but in the night, at night, it's very very difficult visit this place.
First. Yeah, so it is not possible to walk by yourself around. Okay, perfect. Let's continue with the other vocabulary we got. So we say here crowd, which I suppose you remember. It is when you have a lot of people inside the same place. Yes, for example, the malls or parks. Yeah. Bustling. Bustling refers to an active, alive, or noisy or busy place. For example, Bogota is a bustling place, right? You get all people are in a rush. It is a lot of noise. We have nightlife basically every single day. So every bustling, yes, exactly. So we got a bustling life, right? Yes. Polluted.
Bogota is the first.
Right.
The first contamination, pollution.
Exactly. So in that case, you know about chemical reactions, all the oil and petrol and those things which contaminates the environment. Now, touristic, very important, of course. Cartagena, for example, is a touristic place, right? So have a lot of visitors. The next one is cosmopolitan, right? Which represents or refers, for example, when you can find different people from all over the world, and also refers to multicultural aspects, right? If you're from different towns or different cities or different countries, you can find a little mix of all those cultural things, right? So, for example, Bogota is one of the most common ones. Attractive, well, you have lovely or beautiful place, right? For example,
for me, the attractive, beautiful place, I don't know, Monserrate, for example, in Bogota. But I have a lot of places I prefer visit. Thermals, I love these places. Or a lot of museum. In Bogota, I have a lot of museum. I prefer visit these places. But when you can only see or be quiet, yes, noisy place. For example, I prefer the Simon Bolivar Park.
Right, perfect. And finally, we got dull. Dull refers to a boring and calm place, right? Which in that case, we can say there is a synonym of a sleepy, right? It is not an active place. There is nothing to do. There is a dull place. Okay.
It's similar to Fusagasugá.
Okay, so you don't have anything to do.
Yes, teacher. If in this country now is a municipal
A town.
town, but it's very noisy. I don't have a lot of places for visit. I don't have activities for the video.
For doing, okay. So you are in a camp context now.
Yes.
Right, totally different to Bogota. Okay, well, Carito, so now we are going to check some important components, as you mentioned before, just to mention some of them, to refer about describing places. Now, so we got the location, people, climate or the weather, and tourist attractions. Those are the 4 specific topics you have to focus at the moment of describing a place. So, in the location is related to the physical position of the place, right? So you have to describe maybe the cardinal points, like it is in the north, it is in the south, or the west, or the east, right? Maybe you can mention some people, maybe similar places which are near or nearby the place to contextualize a little bit more the student, right? So you say, for example, I don't know, Bogota is in the center of the country, which is surrounded by different towns, right? Like another kind of cities like Boyacá, or it is another department, which is Antioquia on the left side, right? So you have to locate a little more about physical aspects, okay?
Okay, teacher.
People. When you refer about people, we can describe the number of people living in the place and also the characteristics of the people. In that case, cultural aspects, physical aspects, behavior.
Okay.
Right?
For example, I have a lot of child. Yes, I have a lot of person with the other language. I don't know.
Exactly. So, what kind of adjectives you can use to describe people?
It's okay. This right. It's tall. Yes. It's short. Is your eyes or your I don't know. Piel. Okay. I don't know your language, your life.
Okay, what about the behavior? The behavior of people. How can you describe behavior?
Behavior, I don't know what is behavior.
Behavior is the way how the people react, how the people interact with some others. For example, when you say, this person is kind, or it is rude, or is outgoing, you know those words?
Yes, for example, I can describe other teacher. I don't know. She's tall, she's very intelligent, and she's curious. I don't know. Yes, is collaborative.
Exactly. There is a behavioral aspect. When you say it is punctual, it is easily to talk. No, it is talkative. It is right. So those behavioral aspects.
Okay, behavior. Yes.
And the other one, we have the physical, behavioral, and psychological aspects, right? If they are introvert or they are like social, right? Because that depends on the place. There are some cultures that they don't like to talk with people, or some others which are really, really open-minded. Yes, so there is another psychological aspect you can describe according to the places. Good.
Okay.
All right.
It's easy to visit the malls, the museum.
Okay.
And this person.
Yeah, exactly. So there is more like the likes and dislikes, preferences of people. So you can describe and you can maybe like have a profile, no, according to the description you say, according to what they like or they don't like, no, as you say, if they like to go to the museums or listening to classic music, we know that in the psychological aspect that person is possibly very smart, yes, very cultural, so in that way you know that they can have a little more knowledge, right? But on the other hand, if you said, no, these people like drinking too much and sleeping all day, the psychological idea you have from the person is, oh, well, this person is lazy, right? It is not so talkative or so on, right? So it is like contextualizing the person in that case. Now, the climate or the weather conditions, what kind of vocabulary you can use to describe the weather conditions, Carito?
Climate, for example, in Bogota is very cold. The people normally use a lot of clothes, things for walking the city. Normally rained every day.
Yes.
No, all reference to Bogota.
Okay. So in that case, you said, well, we can describe like the general aspects of the weather condition. No, like it's raining the most of the time, or it is cold, it is sunny. We can also describe it according to the degrees. No, if it is a city which usually has between 10 or 12 degrees Celsius degrees. Yes, which is more physical.
Depends of country. For example, in the other places or countries, United States, depend on the seasons.
Exactly, that is an important fact. In Colombia, we don't have seasons, so we can just mention the time which some weather is changing. No, like in April and May, sometimes it's raining, but on June and July, sometimes it's sunny. In our case, yes. But as you mentioned, in USA, it's important to mention the seasons, right? So you said, from this month to this month is summer, and this one is winter. So it is more specific for the person who doesn't know the country to have that idea of the weather aspects of the place or the country in that case. Yes. Have you seen in a different country, or have you been, in a different country, Carito?
Okay. For example, okay, the claim to Fusagasugá is in this moment is the same to Bogota. All this raining, all this cold, but the person's things is different. It's for example, every day is sunny day, but not this is normal. In this moment, it's raining all day. But for example, in United States, in this moment, I think it's winter, summer. I don't remember seasons.
Spring, autumn.
Autumn. Okay, yes. In this moment, it's autumn in United States, and in different moments it's raining, but in different moments it's a sunny day. But in July it's a sunny day. The season is a summer, but all days normally is a very, very sunny.
All right. Yes. Very good. So depends on the seasons or the time we are having in a different country. We need to specialize a little bit on those little details, no, which are very important if people want to visit those places, no, just to know the kind of clothes they are going to use, or they need to buy something from those seasons.
All depends on the climate.
Depends on the climate, right? Basically, the last component we can focus on describing places is about the tourist attractions. No? So the idea is to describe the most representative places or famous places where people can go to visit and to get different activities, right?
Yes, in Bogota, one person recommend to the tourists visit the Monserrate or the town. It's normally all tourists visit these places in Bogota.
So the idea when you describe these places to catch the attention of the visitor, you can say, "Oh, this is an amazing place." Yes, in the downtown of the city where you can find cultural aspects, good food. Yes, I don't know, an amazing view of the city, right? So the idea is just to not exaggerating a little bit on the description, but using different adjectives, right? Different characteristics. You can say, hey, they are really, really nice, like amazing, interesting, exciting. Another one, amusing.
Person.
That is the idea, not to call the attention of the visitor, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. So no problem with this part, no? Location, people, climate, or tourist attractions. That's something that you have to focus for the activity today. All right. Now, connecting these components, we are going to use different expressions, right? Which you can use at the moment of describing the place. So for example, in the first one, we say it offers when you want to describe different places or activities the place the place has to share with foreign people. No, so you said, for example, it offers a variety of theaters, right? Or it offers a lot of parks where you can go to relax or yes. Okay. Now, the views refers, of course, to the physical aspects, no? When you said, there is, maybe if you are living in Cartagena or something, you said, hey, the views are amazing because you have the shore and you have near to the sea, you have different things to walk around. Yes?
Okay. Yes.
So, physical aspects. Now, you shouldn't miss, remember when you are giving an advice, right? You shouldn't miss.
Okay.
In Spanish, what it is?
Should. Sorry, teacher. I don't know the question.
Yeah, you shouldn't miss. In Spanish, what does it mean?
Yo debería, es de deber.
Deber, okay, but in that case you said no deberías.
No deberías, sí, sorry. Should.
Perder. No deberías perderte, right? So you're inviting the person to visit a specific place, no? You shouldn't miss the Candelaria's square, for example. Yes, so you have a specific advice to the person. Another one, the atmosphere is, right, when you refer to the general aspect of the place, no? Including people, including weather, including locations. So you can say, there is an atmosphere. It is a mystical atmosphere in the place, right? Or it is an ancient atmosphere, right? Another one, it's located in, which refers, of course, to the physical aspect, right? It is located in the downtown. It is located in next.
But it's reference, so the place or the is exactly located.
Well, it refers in general the places you want to describe, but you don't give a specific, I mean, you don't have to say exactly an address or something similar because the person doesn't know, right? So you can give some clues, right? Like keywords to contextualize the person. So you say, for example, I am talking about what? Let me see that. National Park. No, National Park. So you said, it is located on the 7th Street yes, which is very famous for people to remember the 7th Street. Or, for example, you say, no, it is located in front of the church, for example. So you locate the person with different specific places around, and it is not necessary to be very specific with the streets because you don't know exactly, or the person doesn't know the place itself. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Next one. It's far away from, which is similar to remote, no? It's remote. Far away, for example, you mentioned before, no? Tatacoa's desert. It is far away from the main city.
Far away from capital, I don't know.
For example, it's far away from the capital city, so it will be another description. Now, what I don't like about it is this expression is giving your personal opinion about the place, no? So you said, what I don't like about Bogota is the traffic jam or the transportation system, for example. Personal opinions. Similar. The good thing about this place is, so you got here an affirmative, well, a negative expression to use your personal opinion or affirmative expression to use your opinion. Yes? Think about... Tell me.
Yes, teacher. This is, it's all the personal opinion. The good thing about this place is...
Exactly. So, hey, the good thing about Bogota is the places you can go, the malls we got, because we have like 50 malls to go to buy different stuff, for example.
Okay.
That is a personal thing. Now, a popular tourist attraction is, there is something that you can continue describing, no? A popular tourist attraction is Monserrate because it's the most representative hill in Bogota, blah, right? You compliment.
Okay.
It's popular with tourists because, and you are giving the reason. Yes?
Okay.
So maybe you can describe or you can explain a historical aspects of the place.
Okay.
Another, it's well known for, well known. Do you remember that expression in Spanish?
No, teacher. Bien.
Well known in Spanish is
¿Cómo? ¿Está bien cómo? ¿Como para?
No. It will be es reconocido o es bien conocido. It will be literal translation, but in Spanish we'll say es reconocido por. Yes. So it's well known for. Da, da, da. Now it's possible to, when you describe the activities you can do in that specific place. No, it's possible to go snorkeling in Santa Marta, or it's possible to practice canoeing in Tunja, for example. Yes.
Okay. It's possible to be exercise. Yes or not?
Exactly.
For when you visit a park.
Exactly. So different activities in general. To have a walk, to watch theater play, specific activities you can do. And another one, it's got or it has got, which is similar to it offers, no? So it offers, it's got, is the same idea. Describing places, describing activities. Another one, you can see, which refers also to the views. Yeah, the views are, or you can see amazing landscapes with trees with different colors. And finally,
you can see things, a lot of things to buy.
Okay, for example, when you go to the malls, now you can see a lot of things to buy, different and very cheap.
Okay.
And finally, we got it's close to, which is the totally opposite from it's far away from. Now, so it is close to, for example, the church, the cathedral in Bogota is near to, it's close to the 7th, where is the 19th street, no? It's close to the 19th street. Or Candelaria's neighborhood is near to Bolivar's square.
Okay.
Right, so it's close to. Okay, any question, Carito, about these expressions to use?
Teacher, I think it's clear. About the last is close to is similar when you say it's a praise walk song, only walk the people walk song, or no?
I don't understand the question again, please.
It's close to,
Mm-hmm.
but it's you can say it's close to cats. It's only for the person walk, or
No, not necessarily walking.
okay.
For example, if you want to say Melgar is close to Girardot, right? It's not necessary for walking, but it's a relative physical space where they are near one to the other, no, each other. So it is in general means of transportation is possible to apply in that case.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Okay. So now we are gonna check now a little game. So we are going to use the vocabulary we previously saw. You are going to connect, in that case, let me see, where is it? You are going to connect the vocabulary with the special image. Okay, so we got here definition, 8 different definitions, and we have 8 different pictures, which refer to the vocabulary we saw in this part. Okay,
Okay.
good. So I will read for you the definition and you tell me what image do you think it is referring to that. Good?
Yes, teacher, but I can see the words.
These ones?
Yes.
Okay, I will read it for you slowly so you can understand the idea and you can tell me about what is the matching image, right? So the first one, to make an area or substance, usually air, water, or soil, dirty or harmful to people, animals, and plants, especially by adding harmful chemicals. Harmful chemicals, like industries, like, for example, Bogota, which has a lot of industries, different
relation with the second picture, teacher, I think.
This second picture?
Yes, this picture with the first sentence.
In this part, well, we have different people, no? People, buildings around.
Yes, for example, New York.
For example, New York. Is this connected with this?
Yes, I think
Okay, look at the vocabulary here. To make an area or substance, usually air, water, or soil. What is soil?
Soil science? I don't know why it's soil.
Soil is tierra. Yes?
Okay.
So air, water, soil. Dirty. What is dirty?
Dirty, sucio, contaminado.
Exactly. Or harmful to people, animals, and plants, especially by harmful chemicals. Harmful chemicals. What is harmful?
I don't know, teacher.
We already mentioned like it is dangerous for people because they have chemical reactions, no? Dangerous chemicals. Which picture do you think it is the correct one? The first one is a building like with graffitis and balcony, which is almost destroyed. The second picture, we have a lot of people around, like New York City. In the third one, we have a far place with a lot of trees around, like a forest. The other, we have a hill with many houses around. The next one, it is like poor cabins for poor people, no roads, nothing, no buildings around. Next one, we have buildings, nothing around, just cars. A very simple picture. The next one, we have buildings industries. We got here a lot of cars, a lot of houses.
I think it's possible this.
This one?
Yes, teacher. I don't know.
Okay, let's try with this one. Oh, yes, it is. So this is related to the smoke, right?
Yeah.
The picture relates to the industry and the smoke. So they are contaminated, harm chemicals. What is the word, according to the vocabulary we worked before, what is the word describing the dirty places or contaminated? Remember?
Yes, for describe this picture.
According to the previous vocabulary, what is the word?
Okay, I think the picture is it's very I don't know terrible because the population no, position
Okay, sure.
Picture.
So the word, it will be polluted.
Polluted.
Yeah? Polluted. Oh my gosh, what I did. So, polluted or contaminated? Perfect. According to this vocabulary, remember you have to connect this vocabulary.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, we have one. Now the second is beautiful because it has not been changed or damaged by people. It's beautiful because it has not been changed or damaged by people.
I don't have what is damage is, for example, broken. I don't know.
Like broken, exactly. It's not broken, it's not damaged by the people. Which picture do you think it is possible? It's like
because it has been changed on touch of people. I think it's the 1, 2, 3, 4 picture, or the other possible is the last picture. I don't know, but I think it's the 4 picture.
4? This one. Yes. Okay, let's try. Oh, it's not. That's
it's
not
the last.
Last one. Oh, well, I know because there are some a little confusing, right? They are similar anyway. Let's think about towns, very small towns where people never changed, like Bojaca's place, for example. Imagine something similar to that, like Nariño, for example.
Okay. It's beautiful because has not been changed or taken by people. Okay. What is a three picture?
The third picture.
Yes.
Yes. All right. And what is the word? What is the vocabulary related to that? It's not changed or damaged by people.
According to the vocabulary, it's a picturesque. It's
picturesque? No.
I remember the second word to the vocabulary to describe a place. Picturesque. No. Picturesque.
No. You got the teacher, but it's not picturesque. No. Okay, a little help. Unspoiled. Unspoiled. That is not destroyed. Is loved by people. Yes, it's not changed. Right?
Okay.
Unspoiled. Okay, cool. Next one. Looking dirty or in bad condition, unlikely to be involved in dishonest or illegal activities.
Dirty of bad conditions, unlikely to be involved in dishonest or illegal activities. Illegal activities?
Illegal activities. Like, remember, like drugs, prostitution, those things we talk?
Yes. I think it's the first teacher I can see.
Yeah, this is a house, yeah, with balcony, destroyed, graffitis, lonely place.
Yes.
Okay, let's connect this with this one. Okay, yes,
Yes.
very good. And what is the word to describe that place?
Dodgy. Dodgy.
Dodgy, where
Potential dangerous.
dodgy. Mhm. And the other one, remember we have two synonyms, dodgy or
City.
city. Remember the city.
Yes, city.
Mhm.
Yes.
That dodgy or city.
Yes.
Very
These
good.
are the yes.
Excellent. Now we got this one, attractive in appearance, especially in
Okay.
an old-fashioned way. Very old structures, very historical place.
Fashion way.
In an old-fashioned way.
It's the second. For example, New York. Yes.
York. Old-fashioned, but remember, old-fashioned means that you don't have any modern structures in there. And New York is a very modern city, right?
Okay.
So we got here maybe this. We got number 4, 5, 6, or 8.
Attractive in appearance, especially in all fashion and the last.
The last one?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's see. Attractive in appearance. Yes, it is. Right. Look, every single house is similar, but they have different colors. We got a canal, which
It's visually attractive.
is very attractive. You have blocked streets, not with bricks. So it is very old, but at the same time is very attractive, as you mentioned. The word
This kind of
vocabulary.
picture, I can use a picturesque
Okay.
or not. But I think
Attractive. Picturesque. Yes, it is. Very good. Visually attractive. Excellent. Next one. Quiet, private, and not near people, roads or buildings. No people, no roads, no buildings. We get number 1, 2, 3.
I think it's the fourth.
This one?
No, teacher. 1, 2, 3. It's a fourth.
1, 2, 3, 4. This.
Yes.
Okay. Private, no roads.
No. Okay, it's the other. 5. Number 5.
Number 5. So we got.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. So it is quiet. Yes, no people around. Those are like a coast or something similar to the lake. No roads. I mean, that is a rustic place. No buildings at all.
It's similar to describe sleep, no active.
No active, sleepy. Okay, it's possible. There is another synonym.
You know, attractive, lovely, beautiful.
No. Well, it will be, sorry. Secluded or isolated. Yes, or remote, far.
Okay.
Not accessed. There is not an easy access, right? So no roads, no buildings.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Next one. Not interesting or exciting in any way. Nothing to do. We get number 2, number 6. What? Number 2, number 5, and numbers. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Number 2, number 4, and number 6.
Number 6.
Okay, no exciting at all. Yes, very good. So there is no
Okay.
simple picture of a city, a road, no streets, no people, nothing around.
I
Okay.
see a lot of contamination, pollution. Yes,
Pollution? Mm,
pollution. Yes or not?
not exactly. It is because of the colors, no? Because they are gray and white. But
Okay.
it's not pollution itself. It is just the cars and buildings. So what is the word to express not interesting or exciting?
Uh, I don't know. Risky contamination. I don't know. I don't know. Is secluded?
Secluded? No, because there is like remote, no? It's isolated. And you have here cars, you have roads, so it is possible to have an access. It's not interesting, it's not exciting, so it is boring. What is a synonym of boring?
Chatty or not?
Abby is old.
I don't know, teacher. Boring,
Okay,
dull, do it,
dull.
do it,
Dull is the word. Yes,
dull,
boring,
boring.
which is very, very calm. It's really boring, not exciting at all. Okay, we got two more. Next one. It is full of busy activity.
Second picture.
Second picture. Yes, it is. As you mentioned, similar to New York. Now people are in a rush time all the time.
Yes.
So, description, the word will be?
Okay, in this picture, I have a lot of activities. I have a lot of people. And normally, a person is very busy.
Busy.
Very, very busy. I think, I don't know, I have a lot of buildings.
Okay, according to the vocabulary, which is the word we can use to describe it?
Okay, I think it's a crowded. Crowded?
Crowded?
Yes, I have normally a lot of
Well,
people, many people.
Okay, crowded is possible. And also we have bustling. Yes, bustling, which is active, alive, noise, and busy. Yes, bustling will be the word.
Bustling, okay, teacher.
Okay, so those are synonyms, all of them. And finally, of course, we got attractive because of being unusual and especially old-fashioned. Being unusual. Of course, we got the last picture, which is this one. What is the word to use?
For this picture,
Attractive, unusual, and especially old-fashioned.
it is it's possible quaint.
Quaint, very good. Yes, it is a word because it's not usual to see. It's attractively nice to see. Quaint is the word.
Beautiful. It's similar to Grace. I don't know the name. I don't remember. Sorry. It's a Grace. It's a typical a country colonial.
Greece. Greece. Yeah, actually, the picture is Santorini. Santorini.
Yes, Santorini. Yes.
Greece. That is not usual, but it's really beautiful. It's amazing and exciting place, right?
Yes, teacher.
Katie, very good, Carito. Excellent. So you learned some vocabulary, I suppose, about this.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so now the evaluation part. Let's see. I need you, please, in 1 minute, using expressions like this and vocabulary we worked before, this vocabulary, describe one city or one country, any place you want, okay? In 1 minute, using the description.
Okay.
I will see here, hey, I'm here again. I'm back.
Okay. So, Warrior Place or Bogota?
As you wish. Anyone that is good for you to describe, and you maybe can contextualize me according to the.
Okay. I describe to Bogota. I think it's active country, it's active city, or bustling city. You can have a lot of, you can send a lot of activities. For example, you can visit different malls, different churches, different places, very, very important or typical in this country. The climate is it's different all the time, and normally it's rainy, but also is sunny day. I don't know. I recommend use clothes, for example, boots. Okay, boots. I are raining boots. Okay, raining boots, a coat, a gloves, a scarf, and normally when you walk in the city. And the food is special, is very, very, very delicious, because you can visit different cultures on the work. In the Bogota, you can the views are, for example, the town when you visit Monserrate. The cultural, it's typical in this place. You can note different peoples, different person. I don't know. It's very important. It's a popular tourist attraction. It's Monserrate, Plaza Bolívar, a lot of museums, and you can enjoy with your family or a lot of persons.
Well, very good. Okay, excellent. That is kind of difficult now, because we try to find a lot of vocabulary, but we don't remember. So in general, when you have exams, yes, like TOEFL or IELTS, the speaking part is something similar, no? They said, like, you have 1 minute, you have to do this, and that. Describing people, describing places, describing different things. So it is a little difficult, I know, but we are in a progress.
Okay, teacher, thank you. And I think in your the vocabulary using describe a place, describe a person, I think.
Okay, perfect. Well, anyway, I suppose you continue working on that vocabulary, so you can keep it in mind all the time to change, no? Because all the time we use, it is pretty, it is beautiful, but we can use different vocabulary to apply. Okay, Carito, excellent job. So,
okay, thank you, teacher.
As a conclusion, okay, we are going to make a little feedback about the class today. In general, your speaking is good. You have fluency, but we need to practice a lot on grammar constructions, okay? Because as we are thinking about what to say, we forget how to apply the grammar. So we forget sometimes important issues in grammar application, no? So, for example, just to remember some things. When you are describing a place, remember you are using too much the word I have. You don't have the things, it's the place, no? So you said it has, right? Bogota has, it has churches, it has parks, it has, yes? That you are confusing with I have. I have this, I have, no. It has because it's a place, remember. When you use verbs, for example, in Spanish, when you say para vivir, para caminar, para visitar, usually we use the preposition for, yes, which represents para. And it's necessary to connect the verb with ing. Okay, for example, if you say para vivir, right, I will say for living, ing. Yes?
Okay.
Para caminar, for
Walking.
walking. Exactly. So always remember the preposition for, and you connect with a verb, you need to use ing. For walking, for promoting, for visiting, for, right, ing. We have to be careful with pronunciation. Now, for example, if you say Europa in English is
I can pronunciation. Population, no. Contamination, pollution.
pollution.
Yes.
Pollution, no.
Pollution, yes.
Pollution, yes. So you have, for example, words like pollution, Europe, yes, which is the continent, Europe.
Europe, yes.
And I wrote something here, I don't remember what it is. Well, I forgot the other word. And for example, we are using the Spanglish, right, in our case, no? So for example, you say profundo in English is?
I don't know, teacher.
Well, in your speak, you said profound, and it doesn't exist, right? The word will be deep, okay? Deep, deeper. Deep. The expression when you say en este momento, we of course we can say that we compare the words English and Spanish, no? For example, in the case of saying en este momento, we translate and we said in this moment, but it's not the correct form. No, you said at this moment. Okay, the preposition is at. Even in Spanish, you said en este momento, but in English, it's not in this moment, but at this moment. Okay?
At this moment. Okay.
And other part, okay. Be careful with the plurals, the plural forms. When you say people, people is plural, right? So it's not necessary when you say peoples.
Okay.
Because we
But I say it's possible to say I a lot of peoples or not?
A lot of people.
Many people.
Many people.
Okay.
So, I mean, people is basically the plural, so you don't need to use S, right?
Okay.
Because you already have the plural form. So you said many people, a lot of people, bunch of people, right? People is already the plural form. Maybe if you want to say persons in plural, it's okay. Person, persons, or person, people, which is the correct form. Okay?
Okay.
And similar to the plural forms, we got the word different. For example, if you say there are different parks, different is not possible to use in plural. Never ever. Okay? So it's not possible like in Spanish when you say diferentes lugares. In English, it's not the same. You said different, singular, and the plural is with the object. In this case, parks, different people, different places, right? So difference is not possible to use, right? Okay, that is. But in general, it's okay, Rito. Very good job. We need to, of course, pay attention to the grammar things, but it is a process. So don't worry, that's just on the way. You are doing the things. Just keep in mind some of those corrections, little corrections you got, and then you can make it better the next time, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Welcome. Any question or any conclusion you want to say before we finish our class today?
Okay, teacher, thank you so much. I think it's a good activity because I can practice learn my process, my language, and practice or learn my mistakes.
Right. Yeah, and that's important to have a guide, no? Because I know that is kind of difficult to get a language by virtual environments. So, well, we try to do our best helping you. Anyway, if you have any question or any problem at the end, just write it to me by Skype and I will help you anytime, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you so much.
Okay, Carito. Don't forget these encounters, you have to program each single class, no? So if the next class you want to be with me again, you have to write your name on the schedule, or on weekdays, you're going to have different tutors. Okay, so always check the schedule, write your name every single week so you can have the encounters with your teacher. Okay,
okay, teacher. Others teacher each class?
Yeah, we have different schedules, different times. So that is depends on your time. If you have time on Monday or Tuesday, you can program with a different teacher. Or if you want, again, to practice with me, I'm going to be Saturday and Sunday. So anytime you can just fill up the form and we see the next class if it is possible. Okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you so much.
Thanks, see you.
Okay.
Have an excellent day and see you next time, all right?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay,
You too.
bye. Yourself. Goodbye.